Sorry about that. I had a Fish and Wildlife guy show up and just wanted to see if I was catching anything, check, make sure I had a fishing license, all that. I think he was really just trying to figure out what the hell I was doing out here with a tripod. But I'll get there. So, but back to what I was saying though about the motorcycle relief project. You don't have to have any dirt experience really to go to this program. In fact, there was when I went, there was a handful of guys that had only ever ridden basically Harleys on street, and all of a sudden they're on BMW 1200 GS Adventures, and it's all right, cool. We're gonna go ride dirt roads and ride up the mountains and gravel stuff, and they were a little. I had a decent amount. I probably have more dirt experience than I do concrete experience, but they didn't have any. So it was nice to have an actual adventure bike instructor there to kind of walk them through. This is what's different. This is how you do things here. And don't be scared of the front brake and stuff like that. It was really interesting. I think everybody in my class, even some of the guys that had tons of dirt experience, got something out of it. But like I said, this is the motorcycles and all this is really just the hook. What I told them when I left is I never expected the motorcycle riding to be the least interesting part of the trip. They have done an amazing job, and they're when I say their staff there, um, especially shout out to Mike if you ever happen to see this. Mike, you'll know who you are. Uh, their staff is amazing, and they've done a very good job of kind of cultivating an environment. This whole time when you're not riding the bikes, you're all staying in basically a big cabin together. There's no cell phone signal whatsoever. Uh, TV was never turned on. Well, I didn't know if there was a TV there. You're having group meals all around the table at the same time, and it created this environment where everyone got comfortable with each other within a day or two, and was willing to open up and share about our very different experiences of being in the military, and a lot of it was also about opening up about the experiences we had after the military. Just, and I'm not talking about anything super crazy groundbreaking, but a lot of it was just adapting to civilian life, or dealing with the VA, or just dealing with what your family thought, or your family's used to you being able to, you might be gone for a while, and they have to take care of things that are on their own, and all of a sudden you're back, and you're wanting to do all you want to do the things that you think you should do, and they're used to doing them. Just the weird little adjustments and stuff like that. Just the way they have that program set up, and everyone got super comfortable. Everyone in the group, I think, shared way more than they ever expected to share with a bunch of people that were strangers a day or two before. Um, and it's crazy that after a week, basically lifelong friends. I follow every single person that on Facebook, and if I don't really know you or like you, I'm not following you on Facebook because I don't want to see your stuff. But these guys they're always posting stuff, and I like seeing what's going on with them, and they're all over different parts of the country, and I've got a buddy down in San Antonio now that works at the zoo, and he's already told me if I come down to San Antonio, he'll give me the good zoo tour, not just the regular zoo tour. And I've got a new buddy now out in Colorado that works at an alligator farm in Colorado of all places, and he's same thing. He's like, oh yeah, let me know when you're coming out, and we'll hook you up, and we'll show you some of the good trails, and we'll show you the alligators. I've got a guy that now that we're buddies, and he's flying around the world doing breathing workshops and trying wines from different places, and all after meeting these guys for a week. That's how good this program is. It's definitely not therapy. I would not consider it therapy whatsoever, but it was also kind of if nothing else, it's like a gut check to be like, okay, whether I want to admit it or not, I might have some issues I need to work on, and I think chances are if you have some issues to work on, you do, and you just don't want to accept it. And it was a good way to start accepting, hey, I really do need to work on this, and then working on it. Sorry, I went a little long on that one. I'm a very big fan of that program. I want to figure out better ways to support the Motorcycle Relief Project. I'm a huge fan of them, and I don't even have a bike anymore. I sold my last bike a while back, and hopefully I'll have another one of these days. But I'm not big into motorcycles right now, but that program is amazing. The last group that you can get involved with, or that I think you should possibly get involved with, is Team Rubicon. Uh, I I'm not super familiar with them. I actually am just starting to get in the process of becoming part of the organization, I guess. Try to be to volunteer with them. Basically, what they do is they take first. I think it's mostly mostly veterans, not just veterans, uh, and they realize they have a pool of people, all these veterans at home that have certain skills and are used to working in high stress environments and being able to go somewhere on short notice. They're trying to leverage that pool of people to do disaster response here in the States. I mean, I filled out all the stuff and signed up to become a volunteer last night on my night shift. And by the time my shift was over, I had a message from Team Rubicon going, "Hey, we're sending people out to Arkansas and Mississippi to help with the tornadoes that hit there last week. We need people for these days with these skills, and can you volunteer?" Uh, I haven't gotten enough way through the process to really go and do it yet, and honestly, it's hard for me to do short notice stuff with my work schedule. But hopefully, that's going to be changing soon. That's something I think I would like to help with. It sounds like a great thing, great way to get involved. Kind of rambling a little bit probably, but main thing is most of us, I'd say 99% of the people out there, we probably have it better than we think we do. We probably have a lot to be thankful for. Our lives are pretty decent, especially if we're doing overlanding, which even on the cheap end can be kind of an expensive hobby. Maybe it's a time to kind of pay it back, give back a little bit, find ways to get involved, just to try to help out others. Just seems like a good idea. A little extra good karma couldn't hurt any of us. With that, if you're watching this video on YouTube, you can also find the audio as a podcast wherever good podcasts are found. Just look for Stormcrow Overland. If you are listening to this as a podcast, you can also watch the video on YouTube. Just search Stormcrow Overland. And finally, you can also find us on Instagram at Stormcrow Overland, where if I manage to catch a fish today, you will probably see a picture. If you don't, if you check my Instagram at Stormcrow Overland and don't see a picture of me holding a fish, it didn't work out so well today. That's okay. It's still beautiful out. Still a great time to be out here. It's better than sitting on the couch watching TV. Let's see. It's really all I have for you. If you like what you're seeing, I'd love to try to kind of build a community of like-minded individuals. So like, comment, subscribe, share, any of that kind of stuff, whether it's to the YouTube or Instagram or anything like that. If you've got any topics you like to hear me talk about, send me a message. Let me know. If you've got just questions about things, I've got one guy that he sent me a video topic idea, and he sent me a question about something else later, and it was neat to have. I'm a new channel. I don't have that many viewers and subscribers. I realize the majority of my viewers are people I already know. They're like my buddies that are watching it to be nice, and that's cool. But it's really nice and really neat when someone you have no clue who they are, you've never met them, and all of a sudden they're sending you a message going, "Hey, I saw your video on this, but I got a question about this," and, and to be able to help them out. Hopefully, I gave them some good advice. I hope you saw it. Never heard back after that. Like I said, hopefully it was some good advice. And then that's really all that we have. So just remember, sometimes you have to go out and get lost and maybe not catch any fish to find yourself. Thanks for watching.